Hi, my name is Azzedine Downes, and I'm the President and CEO of the International Fund for Animal Welfare. One of the things that really excited me about coming to IFAW as I looked out across the landscape was the collection of people and the passion that they had, the expertise that they had. Once people realized that they had the opportunity to come together, we knew that we were on the path to a new beginning for the organization, because together we were much stronger than we were working on individual projects. Yeah. So that became for me something that really drove me. When I saw that there was the seed to really develop the organization and to tap into the passion that everyone had, it was just an incredible experience, and that continues today. I think IFAW is really on the cusp of huge change. Where we are today with companion animals and dogs and cats is, again, an example of how the organization is really preparing for the next stage of its development. And that is that we have been approached by organizations like the United Nations to really look at the fundamental problems associated with overpopulation or mismanagement of people's pets in a number of countries, because we don't simply want to treat the manifestation of the problem. That's what's visible. I saw a cat suffering. I saw a dog suffering. You have to do something in that moment to help those animals. But you can't leave it like that, because others will find themselves in distress. Balancing, saving those individuals with addressing the root problems that cause suffering and cause cruelty is what we do at IFAW. We understand that communities first have to define the problem themselves. We can help them do that. We can then help them find ways to address the problem that's acceptable within their culture and within their norms. We have people placed across the world. They have the cross-cultural skills, they have the language skills, they know their societies. So there's not an imposition. And I think this is important for IFAW. We're not a protest organization. We're an advocacy organization. We want to build something. You know, the notion of animal welfare has traditionally been associated, I think, with certain issues, whether it's factory farming or companion animals, domesticated animals. It isn't something that has typically been discussed in conservation circles. And in many ways, the established understanding of conservation really excludes the notion of what is in fact good for an individual animal and that quality of life. The sense that I have now is that it's beginning to shift. Within the world of conservation, people are beginning to say, well, wait a minute, what has been done up to now in many ways is not working. And it's not for the lack of trying, and it's not for the lack of passion, but I think that that connection to individual animals is something that is so basic and that has previously been lost by discussions of the numbers, the size of the population. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the quality of life. And people can understand that because they want it for themselves, they want it for their children. So that's what I'm excited about, and I feel for the first time in a number of years that that notion is finally getting through. We didn't give up on it, and I think it's beginning to have an impact. If I can have an impact here at IFAW, it's that. We owe the supporters impact. We have to have an outcome. We have to make a better world. And that is a better world for animals and people.